Hello everybody. So yesterday I shared some encouragement in the Falam language, in the Chin language, and so today I wanted to hop back on here and share it in English, just so people who don't understand the Falam Chin language can maybe get encouragement by hearing it in English. So yesterday I talked about how I got a lot of encouragement through our Bible study session about the story of Noah. And Christians, we all grow up knowing about the story of Noah, but we don't take that literally and we don't use it in our lives. So yesterday, the encouragement that I got was that at the time of Noah, the people of the world were very bad. There was no one righteous in the sight of God but one man, and that one man was Noah. Noah was righteous in the eyes of God. He was a good man. And not only that, but he was the head of the household. He was a father, he was a husband. And Noah, he listened to God. And because he listened to God, his whole family was safe and sound during the flood, where everyone else in the world passed away. So what we can learn from that is Noah was the head of the household. He was able to lead his sons' wives, and his wife. And through that, he put them all into the ark where they would be safe and sound. And not only that, but while they were in the ark, the flood waters did not reach inside of the ark. They weren't in danger from everything outside of the ark. And we can use that literally in our lives. Husbands and fathers, I want to encourage you to take that and apply it into your life, because your little household is like the ark. And God has entrusted you to make sure that all negativity, all of Satan's schemes, all of the bad stuff in the world does not get into your household. And that is your job. And you have a really, really big job. But you know what? The only way you can do it is by being like Noah and by trusting God every single day of your lives. And not only that, a lot of us husbands and fathers think that in our everyday lives, right? You guys go to work. You guys work so hard for your family. And we know that. You guys go and you work 8 hours a day, 10 hours a day, 12 hours a day, and you bring home money, which is amazing. And us wives and your kids will thank you for that. But that is not your only job. Another job that God has entrusted you with is the spiritual welfare of your family, the emotional welfare of your family, and the physical welfare of your family. So you are responsible for leading their spirits back to God. You are responsible for making sure your wife and your children are happy and content with their lives. And you are responsible for keeping them physically safe from any harm that could happen to them. And this is all in the Bible, but we just forget to use it in our everyday lives. And so yesterday, when we learned that from our teacher, I got so encouraged, because it's not just for husbands, but it's for wives also, because wives, we need to learn how to trust our husbands, right? But husbands, you need to be trustworthy and you need to walk in the way of God. Only then will you be like Noah, where you can lead your children, you can lead your wife, and you can make sure that all the bad things of this world do not come flooding into your household. So with this little 4-minute encouragement, I hope that we can use it in our everyday lives. Thank you very much for listening, and stay tuned for my next video.